These are the natural disasters that hit or could hit Sorsogon City. This may result to damages to properties, infrastructure, and the lives of people. Sorsogon is a province that is very vulnerable to natural disasters. The physical setting in the tropics, facing the Pacific Ocean and in the Pacific Rim, makes it very susceptible to hydrometeorological tropical cyclones and its associated hazards and other severe weather disturbances, and geological hazards such as earthquake and landslides and their associated hazards. Except for Irusi, all the municipalities, including the city of Sorsogon, are located along coastal zone sites, stretching the 336-kilometer-long coastline from the northern portion of Sorsogon City to the municipalities of Puerto Diaz, Gubat, Barcelona, Bulusan, Santa Magdalena, and Bartog, which faces the Pacific coast. Disasters know no race, ethnicity, or political boundaries. They may strike at any time or place. During times of disaster, the risk to the most vulnerable groups in the community, children, women, persons with disabilities, and senior citizens, is very high. Sorsogon City is prone to disasters. Because of this, our place is usually confronted with the challenge of mitigating disasters and minimizing the effects, especially in disaster-prone areas. Disasters disrupt the schooling pattern of children and the youth, and affect the quality of education service in school communities. We do not want this to happen to our school children. In the recent disasters that hit Philippines, Typhoon Glenda, Typhoon Nona, and many more, Sorsogon City was directly hit. Good thing, DepEd has already instituted disaster risk reduction and management section from national level to school level. And Sorsogon City Division is proud to say that disaster risk reduction and management section was already established in the division level and even in the school level. On June 2015, the School Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Team was already organized. The DRRM focal persons were trained on life safety, rescue, and disaster management with the help of the city government and the Philippine Red Cross. Likewise, the school DRRM focal persons undergone the same training to prepare them in case of emergencies and occurrences of disasters in their areas of jurisdiction. They were also trained on the proper protocol coordination, and standard operation procedures in cases of emergencies and disasters. On disaster preparedness, our schools have already evacuation plans, wherein every identified evacuation room has already identified occupants. This is to facilitate a smooth evacuation of residents. Schools have already early warning devices. The SDO has established an infoboard communication system. This is a centralized info dissemination wherein all weather updates and important information and instructions from SDS are sent to school administrators and school DRRM focal persons at the same time in just a second, before, during, and after a disaster. The schools have bulletin boards and bells to notify students and the community for any incoming disaster. Students and parents, in cooperation with the barangay officials, undergone disaster trainings for more coordinated efforts in disaster response. The SDO, on its part, regularly conduct monitoring on the implementation of disaster programs and activities. Schools are also conducting student-led hazard mapping and watching. This is to orient students of the potential hazards in the schools. The SDO, in partnership with the LGU, led in the conduct of earthquake drills division-wide. This is to prepare the students in case of actual earthquake occurrences. On disaster mitigation, the school's division office regularly conducts tree planting activities. We also conducted disaster awareness campaign by holding quiz bee in the field of disaster, including jingle making contests, and through our weekly radio program. At the onset of disasters, during Typhoon Nona, all our efforts to prepare for a disaster were put to practice and help a lot in securing not just the lives of people, but our properties and documents. A day before the typhoon, schools were already instructed to prepare the evacuation rooms, to extend necessary services to the people, after which they were directed to keep the documents, computers, and other valuable things in the schools. Lastly, they were instructed to charge the CP and always open it for weather updates and emergency instructions from SDO. When Typhoon Nona hit Sorsogon City, all evacuees are already settled in the rooms, in the classrooms. All documents and other valuable things were safely kept, and everyone was updated with the communication system we have installed at the SDO. Typhoon Nona was over, and some of our schools had damages on the physical structures, but none in the lives of people, and none in the documents and valuable things in our schools. After a day, our school is again ready and open for regular classes as if nothing happened. Ang sakuna ay hindi natin mapipigilan, pero pwede natin paghanda. Ang Sorsogon City Division Office, now under the leadership of Dr. Nympha Twem, ay handa at patuloy na naghahanda sa anumang sakuna o emergency. Mahalaga ang buhay, mahalaga ang bawat isa.